Hey YouTube, it's like 4 in the morning and I was sitting here thinking about self-love and self-care within planning my week, moving forward. And, I was thinking about how intentional I still have to call myself and challenge myself to be. You can find, your days and your weeks slipping away from you when you don't put yourself as a priority. You can be running around for everything and everybody else. And there's nothing wrong with helping. There's nothing wrong with being dedicated, committed, loyal, available, ride or die to certain individuals. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you don't hold yourself to that same standard, then you can be on a slippery slope. So like last week, I just caught myself slipping in some ways. I was like, I don't usually be, and then what happened? I'll use my makeup for an example. I ain't put my makeup on like I usually do it at the time that I usually do it. And it was a lazy day, and I don't want to get into whether team makeup or no makeup or why I wear makeup or okay, in the grand scheme of things, makeup is not one of those things that gonna make or break you. I get that. I'm not gonna put on a full face and go lay down if I know I'm not going anywhere doing anything, but it's just a little something to just, make myself, enhance myself. I like doing a little something. And I remember something happened and I was like, damn, I don't have nothing on my face. And I was looking a little crazy. Oh, I got a FaceTime phone call. And I had to take it. Or it wasn't FaceTime, it was like Instagram video call. And because the person was showing me something that I needed to see, I was like, all right, I'm gonna turn my camera on so you can see me, I can see you. I was like, damn, I look sleepy. I look like, just little things that I just, last week was a blur. And you know what they say, consistency, everything that you want and desire can be on the other side of, and is on the other side of consistency, and so my point with all this is I really harp on and I'm so passionate about the self-care and the self-love because it's like without it, it's the foundation to everything. It's the foundation of how you feel about yourself. It's the foundation of how your days go, your weeks go. It's a foundation to so many things that can come your way and make or break your life. You know that we see people out here who, if they don't have the self-care and the self-love, then no matter how much money, no matter how many friends, no matter how great their day is, on the outside looking in, they still are struggling in some way. I can have a week where I'm like, all right, I had time to myself. I had, plans, whatever. I was going to make just whatever. But if I skipped taking care of me, then I really am working backwards. And no matter how the day is set up, I'm going to be miserable and it's not going to be as productive. I sound congested. It's not going to be as productive. It's not going to feel as good. I'm not going to be at my best for myself and for anybody else. It makes me think of the But First Coffee. Like, if I'm not showing up like I want to show up, then it's not going to flow the same way. And so it is in life in general. You can have, I'm going to use some real examples, some really deep examples that I'm not even going to get into the major stuff. Let's say, you desire a partnership, a relationship, and you get the successful businessman. You will forever be struggling with your identity, needing him to occupy every second. Is he cheating? Is he this? Is he that? his every move, whatever. He might even reflect some things about you that you are not taking care of. Wait. Again, filling your time, having purpose, having passion, having interests, having hobbies, having your own damn friends. Nothing wrong with having your husband or your partner being your best friend. I'm not knocking that. I'm not, but I'm talking about a balance. If he's not, a super wealthy man, blah, 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 you got some girls out here that need a man that is not within their race to make them feel like they have arrived in some way. And that'll be fleeting. You can see them. You can read it. I'm no offense to anybody out here, but you can see the ones that they needed that to somehow solidify within themselves that they have arrived, because they don't believe that about themselves. So they need this crutch. And that's not even real. It's a facade. So even that is not lasting. You see what I'm saying? Money. You know that you can arrive at a certain status with money. Your career, assets, the house, the cars. And yet, these people are still somehow struggling within themselves. They have low self-esteem. They have low confidence. They have all these other emotional issues, baggage issues, trust issues, because at their core, they don't know who they are, and they don't cultivate and take care of that little girl inside of them. They don't have the therapy. They don't have the healing. They don't. Now, the therapy and the healing, there are mixed opinions about that. I don't want to get into that in this video, because it's like, you don't want to use that as a handicap to not live and just keep saying, I'm hurt, so I can't live, and give your power away. But I'm talking about, again, the foundation. The self-care and the self-love is the foundation, so that as these things come into your life, as these things are ushered into your life as almost like, a test, not even a test, but like, how you gonna feel, what you gonna do? You can not even be where you want to be financially, but your self-care and your self-love is so elevated that people don't step to you like that. Nobody is like, so what do you do for a living? They don't step to you like that to judge you, gauge you, and put you in a category. They roll out the same level of respect as they do for a doctor or a lawyer, blah, 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 because you radiate this thing about you, and you're contagious, and you're likable because you like you. You see the picture that I'm trying to paint? You can have so much self-care and self-love that, you could be going through a really tough time in life. Let's talk about the challenges. Let's talk about when it's not all peaches and peaches and cream and roses and rainbows. And you still have a sense of self about you, like, okay, but I also know that this can't crush me, that I am supported, that I am loved, that I am safe, that I'm protected, and that this is just a season. I don't know how to maybe handle this right here and now, but I know that this won't last forever, and I'm not going to let this swallow me alive. I have enough self-care in me that I know how to use my tools. I know how to journal. I know how to take my deep breaths. I know how to sleep. I know how to eat. I know how to rest. I know how to set boundaries. I know how to say, I need a self-care, not even self-care. I need a mental health day. You know how to tell your employer that. I need a rest day. I can't today. Or even if you do, let's say you go into the office, you can kindly let people know, I'm not here today. I'll get back to you, because right now I need my, you have such a respect for your own self-care that you know how to protect and refuel and recharge yourself, even in the midst of things that are not easy, even with people that you love, even with your partner, even with your husband, even with a friend, even with whatever, whoever. You know what I'm saying? You have so much self-love that even in that breakup, come on now, even in that breakup, you are not like, okay, because he don't want me anymore, because he don't want this anymore. What does that mean about me? What did I do wrong? Is it how I showed up? Is it how you don't start going down that rabbit hole of now doubting who you were to that man. It doesn't mean that. If anything, you're like, look, we've come to a place where either I'm too big, I'm too good, I'm outgrowing this space, this situation, all that you can offer, or you're too blind to be able to still see my gifts, my talents, my all that I am, all the richness and the juiciness and the goodness. So it's okay that you don't know what time it is anymore. You need to remove yourself from my life because I'm not changing. And if I do change, it's only going to be for the best. It's only going to be, to expand, to be more. And if I'm outgrowing you, I'm outgrowing you. So my self-love is so up here that even in a breakup, even in a divorce, even if you lay me off, even if you cut my hours, even if I walk away from this position, even if, you insert whatever it is that applies to you, even if, that doesn't mean that I even need to begin to question all that I am and all that I do. If anything, I have been practicing and doing me for so long. I have perfected and refined this thing so much that you're lost because I'm good. I'm good. The self-care and the self-love has you to a place where it's like, all the makeup in the world can't even, if I don't put on makeup, I ain't gonna fall apart. Now, I might wish, I had a little whatever, but I am not so insecure that you can't see me without my makeup on at all. We gonna get to the point in our relationship where I'm taking this off anyway. I'm gonna wash my face, I'm gonna do my mask, I'm gonna do my skincare routine, and you gonna love my natural beauty too. You might even be like, why you do all that? Or I like your little freckles. I like your little, and I'm gonna be like, my acne scars. My little dots, my little spots, whatever. You know how these dudes be. Why you hiding? Why you put that wig on? Why you put them extensions in? Why you put your hair up like that? Let it down, let it go, let it out. Why you put that slip on? Why you put that underwear on? Why you put, you know what I mean? They like that. They like, the real you. And that's fine. But don't, be like to the point where like, I don't like when you do that. No, this is for me. If you get work done, if you get surgery, if you get a tummy tuck, if you get your boobs enhanced, if you get your butt done, all these things with the self-care and the self-love, it is whether you do it or not, you are doing it because you know who you are. And, that is, you have made an informed decision about what you want to do, but it's not coming from a place of like, well, I feel like if I do this, I'll have more opportunities. If I do this, I'll pull a better type of man. If I do this, I'll have that summer body that that without it, I won't have the same experiences. I won't get the same blah 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 on the beach, at the pool, blah blah blah. Those are the type of thoughts and things that what's inspiring you and prompting you to do certain things to you. Again, is it because you just want to try something different, or you think that it's going to give you more. You have to give yourself more up here. You have to give yourself more in here. Oh, let me use another example. Commitment, loyalty, trust. I don't need to worry about trusting anybody else because I have so much trust in myself. I'm not worried about anybody's commitment and making me no grandiose promises because I'm too busy promising myself things. I'm too busy giving myself, the emotional, what, TT? The emotional, my emotional needs, really. Ooh, I'm covering the camera. The patience, the friendship. Be still, be still. I said commitment, I said loyalty, I said trust, the love, the encouragement. I'm too busy pouring back into myself with all of these things that I wouldn't even notice if you did or didn't do it, or if you slacked off. Because again, back to the foundation, it's about you. It's about you. Self-respect. That's another thing. I'm not out here, they need to respect me, I need respect, you gonna respect me. If you gotta say it, chances are you're not gonna get it. And second of all, you don't give it to yourself if you gotta say it. If you have to step to someone and abrasively, set the record straight and tell them how they're going to treat you, it's already a lost clause, because how you treat yourself is mirroring somehow. And I've been in so many situations and so many atmospheres where I see this. It's like the same person that didn't hold the door open for you held the door open for me. Why? The same person that might have propositioned you for some BS asked me to dinner. Again, it's not a competition. It's not about putting anybody else down, but what does that say about me, and what does that say about you? And I have to use men as an example in this particular instance because it's an energetic thing. It's an easier example to use. Why does it seem like, they are the catalyst? Is that the right word? For what you got going on up here and in here. But a woman a sister, a queen, a friend, an enemy, a stranger can take offense to that, be offended, and be triggered, and want to fight me because she sees me being treated a certain way. But I would want to pull her aside and be like, girl, first of all, I don't want him. Second of all, it's not about that. This is how I treat myself. And somehow, some way, with all of this stuff floating around the air, including COVID, he reads that from me. He senses that. He looks at how I showed up in the space. And so somehow, some way, he decided that he's gonna keep that going. And even if he did it, he still wouldn't come from a place of disrespect, because I have too much respect for myself. But these are things that you have to work on, that you have to cultivate. And at the end of the day, the point is that you don't start this stuff for everybody else. You don't do it for anybody else but yourself. But when you do work on yourself and love yourself and take care of yourself as the priority, the number one thing that matters in your world, in your universe, then everybody else falls into place. And every experience, and even the hard times, even the trauma, even lessons and challenges and obstacles and did I say lessons? And even things that are going to expand you and pull you or be blessings or be new opportunities. All these things that come to you are going to be more pleasant, are going to come from a place where like, okay, I can make an informed, rational, I can look at this in a whole nother way. And I can choose to feel about this a whole nother way because I have too much damn self-love and I know my self-care and what I need to take care of myself in that way. Whether I'm single or not, whether I have kids or not, whether this is good or bad, whether this is up or down, whether this is left or right. You know, as below, so above. All things in darkness come to the light. That's a good one. The darkness. And the darkness isn't always bad. The darkness is behind closed doors. In your inner time, in your inner thoughts, in your inner heart. How you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself. If I didn't like myself, God knows I would attract every abuser, user, con man, your daddy twice removed. I mean, the scum of the earth. If I didn't love myself, I'd be so run through. I'd be so exhausted. I'd be so bitter and tired of life. I would be so angry. I would be so everything. I would look so beat down. I would look so worn down. The life would have been sucked out of me if I didn't love myself. You got people again that you see, they seem like they have everything and they have nothing at all. They still have this like fakeness about them. They still have this like they're not all there. They're not wrapped too tight because they don't know how to show up. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to move. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. And God knows, let me tell you, I am far from anyone that feels like they're perfect. They have arrived. They have it all together. I had mentioned this before. I'm working on my skincare. Like I want my skin to, be at a certain level, be at a certain place. When I hit my 30s, my skin changed and I don't think the mask helped. So I was like, damn, like I don't know what my triggers are with my face and my breakouts and my cycle and all these things. Yeah, I have the sister locks, but and so many people stop me and ask me about my hair, for example, and I'm like, look, as with everything else, this is a marriage. This is a commitment. This was a relationship. I had to work at this. When I got my sister locks done and I invested that time and that money, I was like, what the hell is this? This don't look like none of the pictures. I hadn't done much research anyway about the maturity process, the maturing process, the care, the way you need to take care of them in the beginning, what to expect, blah, 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 blah. So I spent a very long time, like, not regretting, but just like, I hope they, I'm messing with them and like trying to stretch them out. And I was like, my weight gain. You got so many people like, oh, you're so lucky, you skinny, you slim, thick, blah, 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 blah. Well, to me, I struggle with eating enough. I struggle with like, damn, did I eat today? Okay, let me eat. And not just scarf something sugary, something starchy down, something quick. Let me get there because I'm moving around with the kids, blah, blah, blah. I have to intentionally eat healthy that is a struggle for me because I'm not a foodie in that sense. I love to eat out. I love dinner. I love to be wined and dined. I love, the dining experience. But I'm talking about, again, eating enough and eating balance. So, I'll make plans and I know I'm going to kill it and eat all the seafood, but that's 7 o'clock at night. So then you got the eating late. It's sitting in your gut. And then overnight, I'm digesting food instead of my body healing. But earlier in the day, did I drink enough water? Did I, cut back on my coffee? Did I eat, some fruits and vegetables? Did I, those kind of things. What's something else? Time management, my career goals, being always improving as a mother at the end of the day, because we can't forget the babies in the sense of like, yes, you get to a point where, they're going to make their own life choices. But while you have them, their success is your success. So as soon as you turn 18, I'm not going to be like, oh, this is a reflection of me as a mother. I'm going to be like, she grown. She know what I taught her. She know what I wanted for her. But while she 9 and 5, while they are 9 and 5, what do I need to be and do as a mother? How do I show up for my children? What are they learning from me as they watch me? Not what I say, not what I fuss, but what I do. So those are the areas in my life that I am always constantly, going back and wanting to improve. So, I don't ever want to come off like, hi guys, my life is perfect. Let me tell you how to have more self-care, more self-love. And you can be perfect too. I bought my home. I have, $1 million. I got the man, I got the purses, I got the ring, I got the car. Like, no, I've been working at things. I've been working at this thing for so long. Like, ain't nobody living in the hills of Hollywood. Ain't nobody, moving and shaking in Atlanta or New York. Like, it's just, I don't want to say just, I don't want to put myself down in that sense. Like, I'm not enough, but I'm just saying, I am a mother. I live in Virginia. I'm middle class. I make my money. I come home, I spend my money. I might, have my little fun. But, it's nothing mysterious and fancy going on over here. I have no multi-level market scheme for you. I don't even have a product to sell. Like, I may want to be a life coach, and my goal has always been nursing. But I say all that to say, had I not decided right in my late 20s that if I don't love myself and take care of myself and turn this thing around, no matter how much I improve in my life, it is not going to matter. And it's all going to just slip through my hands like sand if I don't get that straight. And I saw too many examples of it, and I was able to put it together and say, okay, like I want a different life. I want a different experience. And so before I even started making more money, come on now, before I even started experiencing different things, different people, different opportunities, a different level of like in my own small way, it was a come up. It was a come up. Like, you go from thinking that down here it's like, okay, it's not bad. But then somebody says, you need to try this, think about this, consider this, look, this, da 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 da. And I'm still experiencing that. So it's been fun. It's been exciting. But without my own self-worth, it would have just been all for naught. And half them things wouldn't have even come my way. Half of it. And it has nothing to do with people immediately or anything immediately judging me or gauging me in a certain category, like, oh, she must have money, so you come over here with us, or you must be da 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 da, so come over here, excuse me, come over here with us. It had nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with that. It was it was all about how I felt about myself and what I started telling myself that I deserve, that I'm going to have, that ain't nothing going to stand in my way of, what is best for me, because I believe that I can be better and I am better and I am the best me that I can be, and everything else is going to build off that. It's going to be a process. Is it going to take me some time? Is it going to take some patience? Is it going to take the commitment? Is it going to take me being by my damn self? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll tell anybody, being a single mom was the best 4 years, well, now plus, of my life. When I moved out with my young children and I was in my own space and I was setting my own rules and I was making my own decisions and I was really getting to know me, really trusting me, really depending on me. And it's looking back, it's like, I couldn't have done it any other way. Now it's like, what you doing? Enjoying my house and my time and my space. I am not pressed. I'll talk to you next week. Well, when I'm going to see you, I don't know, because I'm just too much enjoying my little stuff that I like to do in my private time and my just, I can't even share all of me now. I can't, I'm even when I was in a committed relationship, I would spend weekends at his house. Monday, I'm like, pew, I'm going home. Your home is my home too, but I like coming home. I got my little stuff. And, it was so funny because sometimes he'd be like, well, you can do your little stuff here. You can set your little stuff up. And he would do everything to make me feel comfortable in his house. And he'd be, just offering me, where you want to put, whatever it is you need. You need you want a vanity here. You want your little space, this, that, and the other. You want your books over there. You want, what I mean? You want me to clean out the closet for this, that, and the other, that kind of stuff. And I appreciated it, but I was like, why? Because I give that to myself. I move like that for myself. I'm like, I need it a certain way. I needed a certain, I need da, 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 da. And I never even had to say that. It's just how I moved and how my energy flowed. So not to get too deep about, again, the aura of your self-care and your self-love, but it really is real. And again, I'm sorry, I keep moving the camera, but when you really, make it a lifestyle and when you make it a priority, the point of all of this is that it is the foundation of your best life yet. It is the foundation to everything that comes to you, everything that will come to you, so that you are able to see everything through the lens of what is best. Is this the best for me, to me? Do I even want to accept this? Do I want to experience this? And, how you want to move from there. You got options. Now it's like you don't need leftovers. You don't need the crumbs. You don't need anybody's half-ass effort. You don't need any of that. None of that will come to you because it's going to be like, I'm sorry, were you speaking to me? Because over here, they're like, ma'am, they opening the double doors because you do that for yourself. And again, even the makeup, the clothes, the surgeries, the diet, the waist trainers, the wigs, the sister locks, the car, the house. Even if you have all that, if you don't love yourself and you don't take care of yourself and you have your self-care down pat, and all the different categories that I mentioned in the last, I think it was the last video I made, then it's gonna be hard to keep your joy up and keep keep that maintenance up of you and all of you. And it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the same. So I'm gonna end this rant. I don't know, I don't want to say I don't know where that came from, but I really wasn't trying to wait to get this off my chest and share this with the better setup during the day, blah blah blah. I just was like, I'm feeling chatty. I appreciate all of you for watching. I hope this resonates with whoever, whenever, however. And again, I say this a lot. This is like probably my third or fourth time. To all the new subscribers, to the people that, whoever you are, wherever you are in time and space, like I love talking about it. It's important to me. And I appreciate you, and I wish you all the luck. I wish you all the love and all that your heart desires on this journey, because you deserve it. And you can, we can have it all. We can all have it. Have it all. There's enough. There's more. It can't stop. It can't be depleted. It can't. It can't run out. It can't. Until this whole universe ends. And even that sometimes may be by design, but until then, I'm gonna be living my best life in this plane. Heaven is on earth. Heaven is now. Heaven is the hugs and the kisses from your babies. Heaven is ecstasy. Heaven is, colors and sounds and music and dance and good food and good vibes and laughter. Heaven is peace. Heaven is a good night's sleep. What my friend said, he said, I want cool, clean, cold sheets and that new pillow feel. Like a good hotel. I said, yes. Like, that's heaven. Even looking forward to a vacation, looking forward to a getaway. I mean, all of that is heaven. You can't tell. It don't have to be nothing grandiose and big. All of that is heaven. I'm not waiting till I'm, in my 90s to close my eyes to get any kind of reward, any kind of anything, my mansion, none of that. None of that. I'm not waiting. If it's there on the other side, great. I'll take that too. But God knows that I want to, and I will continue to make sure with all the power that I have to create that for me and my children here and now. And I wish that for you. So until the next video, peace. Bye.